sitting in classes for 6, 7, 8 periods. Takes a little bit to get the cobwebs out, and so it is not typical for a game to start off gangbusters. It usually takes a couple minutes. So let's see. So far, I missed the coin toss, missed the wind. Let's see if I can miss that, and they'll score in the first 10 seconds too, Florian. Action about on the way. Square pass comes here to the near side. And this is Phil Meck moving with it right in. Meck looking for a pass, comes square with it, moves that ball back, and here's a little bit of trouble. CV not being able to control this ball. Nice little square pass right in front of us. Moving ball down the left wing, little kick up ahead.
Job of controlling the ball in the midfield.
Head up ahead, head it back. Chip to the left side, Craig Ament, and a whistle on the play. Somebody hit it with his hand, and we will have a direct kick for Penn Manor early here. Taking this shot right away. Long ball, far post, goes wide, and a goal kick.
Not a bad idea on the free kick. Of course, he didn't waste any time, therefore trying to catch the defense kind of off guard as well as the goalkeeper. And he shot for that upper right corner, which is not a bad idea, Bill, because you got to remember, he's kicking into a stiff breeze. And a lot of goalkeepers have a tendency to misjudge a ball like that. You know, the last second you think it's going over the crossbar, and bingo, it drops right in. So good free kick.
We're going to go wide on the far side. That's 6 for Penn Manor. I don't have that. No, there he is. Yeah, Derek Swar. Sorry. And we'll have a throw-in. Oh, maybe we're going to make it a direct kick for Penn Manor. That one broken up right away, and CV's going to go with that long ball. 3 fullbacks for Penn Manor right there on a fullback line. They play their defense up quite a ways. Here comes CV now. Little chip into the middle. Take it over the shoulder, headed down. Moving in. Come the Buckskins. Look for the square pass. Little chip up ahead, but nobody there for him. Trying to step on it and can't. Unfortunate play there as CV mounting a real nice offensive attack. And back comes Penn Manor, 3 men strong. On the right side, trying to move this ball into the wing, and that one's cleared very nicely. Little sieve ball there. Back pass. This is Meck with it. Meck looking wide. Brings it back to his fullback. Little chip up here. Can't get any air on that. Move that ball right down, try to force it down the middle of this defense. Doesn't go. And this one's cleared up the right wing, and a nice play. And we got a far side. Tony Chelfont with it. Chelfont taps it back to Rochelle. Rochelle tries to move with Chelfont. He can't get it. That's going to go out of bounds. We'll have another goal kick on the far side. If you just joined us, no score. Penn Manor against Conestoga Valley. On a Wednesday afternoon, sunny, beautiful, a little bit on the warm side, but a good breeze. No score in the game. And neither team with a really serious shot so far.
Early on, both teams, it's customary for both teams to kind of feel each other out. And basically, I think both teams, Bill, are kind of easing into their own tempo and own rhythm of the game.
I'm really impressed with Penn Manor's physical size. They are a big team. Nice long throw. That one traveled on about 25, 30 yards. Far wing, that's Swar. Swar moving the ball, brings it back to his halfback and pinching in. His Armbruster. Armbruster square at the 18. Headed toward the goal. Headed out. Volley kick. Up and over.
Fantastic shot. Outstanding. I'll tell you, such a difficult shot to take right out of the air. But, Bill, it doesn't look like any of those 3 disadvantages are hampering Penn Manor's offensive efforts. And what they've done, how they've neutralized those disadvantages, is basically kept the ball on the ground and moved it rhythmically right up the field.
Okay, here's the square pass at the 18. Doesn't get cleared there. First miss kick, headed up, and now headed back out. Now the volley kick. Whop. And that one just went over the crossbar.
That's probably one of the most dangerous shots in soccer for the simple fact that it's unexpected.
Now here comes Swar again. Swar chips it out to the left side. He's got Kirkner. Kirkner trying to turn it and can't. And offsides is called at about that 10-yard line. Got to have 2 men or the ball between you and the end line when the ball is kicked. You can go into an offsides position if you can beat your defensive man.
On the roster sheet, Bill, Derek Swar is listed as a midfielder, but nonetheless, those last couple of plays there, he seems to be more of an offensive midfielder and doing a good job at it.
Manor moving the ball here. Speaking of Swar, there he is on the far side, has the ball taken away. Now the long kick all the way back to Matisse, and he gets a chance to handle the ball for the first time. Picks it up and waits for his team to move out of the way. Now a long punt just at midfield, headed in very, very nicely off the back of the head by Chalfant. And now the little chip up ahead. Here comes Rochelle. Rochelle with the cross right there, just a little bit behind. And a shot. Oh, right there. Very nice, very nice. Joe Horace had good position on that one.
Beautiful cross from the right side, and a nice play by Craig Amen as he took the ball and turned on the dime and fired a shot on goal. Outstanding play in the offensive third in the midfield for Penn Manor.
Here comes a nice chip down this right wing. In a foot race is Shirk. Shirk's going to get to it. Shirk battling Martin. Shirk gets it. Now chips to the baseline, and Martin takes it away. And here comes Martin for Penn Manor. He's got a man to pass on the outside. Shirk comes right back and recovers. Now a slide, a trip called, and Conestoga Valley has a direct kick from about 18 yards, or 18, yeah, but not the 18-yard line, but far out to the side here. That'll give you better perspective.
Be interesting to see what Conestoga Valley has planned on this free kick. Dan Miller is approaching the far post on the far side.
Houston taking it. Puts it up at the 18 square, and that one is headed out of danger, or at least immediate danger. Houston tries to step on it, can't. Has it taken away, but he chips it back in. Again, Penn Manor with a very confident defense. They really pull these fullbacks up significantly. Now the chip comes down the right side, and again, here's Shirk and Martin battling for it. Takes a bounce for CV's favor. Down to the baseline we go. Shirk is right there. Can't quite turn it.
Real difficult.
Matisse waits for it to go out of bounds.
Difficult cross to make, Bill, as you're running at top speed, and the ball's kind of rolling downhill towards that goal line. But Shirk did a good job of wrapping his foot around the ball. He just didn't get it back enough, so good hustle on his part.
Substitution for Penn Manor. Now this ball comes to the wing. Headed back. Moving it, and Conestoga Valley breaks that one up at midfield. But here we go again. Martin and Shirk are at it. This time, Martin decides to bring it all the way back to Matisse. And Matisse surveys the crew in front of him. Takes his steps and punts away. Tries the right side. Headed into the middle. CV there, breaks it up, chip to midfield. From the Buckskins now, trying to turn this one around. They go to the left wing. It's Keith Craley with it. Craley with the ball up ahead for Zook. Zook can't quite turn it. Craley's got it. Chip into the middle at the 18, broken up very nicely. Chipped back now on the right side, headed in. Whistle, and jumping in is called against Davidson. And Conestoga Valley with a real opportunity here. You'll watch this. You'll watch that defense line up at the 18. They won't go in any further. And take the shot directly right on goal. Handled by Matisse. Go ahead.
Second defensive foul called in a row against Penn Manor, and it just shows you Conestoga Valley now stepping up the offensive pressure just a notch or two. Good free kick, Bill, but however, I think it would have been more effective if they gotten it up a little bit.
Yep, up in the air. We talked about this wind and we talked about this sun. There's two good reasons for it. Anyway, this is trouble now. Shot wide. And very nicely, Tim Shirk hustling down there.
Well, you look at Tim Shirk and you say to yourself, this guy, he's too small to do anything. But we see 2 times in a row coming down that right side how dangerous Shirk is individually, one-on-one, and he does a good job of handling the ball. And I'll tell you, if he keeps getting a couple more passes like that, he just might put one in.
There he is again, all around that ball. Has it kicked away from him, though, very nicely by Davidson. Now Penn Manor with an opportunity moving down that right side. Little chip up the right side. Pinching in on the wing. And not able to get there in time is Tony Chalfant.
The last player to handle the ball for Penn Manor, Quang Lee, is a junior, and according to Coach King, he's done a fantastic job contributing to the offensive effort of the team as well.
Here comes Conestoga Valley with another opportunity. Can he turn it? No, not quite. Dan Miller here in a real elbowing, shouldering match. It is permissible to push with shoulders. It's not permissible to push with your hands, but if you've got your shoulder down, you can nudge someone out of the way for the ball.
That's right.
We've got action right in front of us here. Little square pass, doesn't work. This ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in directly in front of our booth right here. Ryan McKinley, and he gives way, Dave Martin now with the ball. Whistle. And a push is called against the Buckskins, and we'll have a direct kick by Craig Amon. Nope, he gives way again to Dave Martin. Martin going to address this ball. No, he moves out of the way, and Nate Kudrick is going to try it here. So the fullback with the big foot takes it, looks far post, pinching in, but handled very nicely by Joe Orrs. Pinching in on that far side was Mike Rochelle.
Good play on both players there. That kick was well placed, well delivered inside the penalty area, and Joe Orrs, the backup goalkeeper, who's been doing an outstanding job, came out to gobble it up.
Here he comes again. Kicked away very nicely, but again, Stan Miller for, correction, make that Tim Shirk for CV. He's really looking strong on this wing. John Charles now, the big thrower for CV, is going to take this one. Puts it into the box, but it's chipped away. First timed into the middle. This could be trouble. Here comes Lee. Lee going to switch the ball, move it to the far side, into a foot race, has it taken away. Back come the Buckskins. This is chipped down to the far side and chipped back in to Matisse, and he'll handle it with his feet so he can dribble the ball up closer to the 18 before he takes his punt. Handles it, takes the extra step, and away it goes. Long, high kick, positioning underneath it, headed cleanly. That's Lee, tries to turn it and can't. Now it's chipped into the middle first time, 1-2. Comes Martin again, and there's a handball not called. Lee working with Rochelle. Here's the kick up ahead to Rochelle. Can he run it down? Nope. And a Conestoga Valley throw in on the far side. Still no score. We're in the first quarter of action. Last time these two teams met, it was the only loss for Penn Manor, a 1-0 loss. Conestoga Valley manages to up their record. That's the only loss Penn Manor has this year. They've got 4 ties and 7 wins. Here comes CV, bodied into it, a whistle, and you can make that play if you don't look at the man you're throwing it, you're jumping into. You've got to only look at the ball.
That's right. But that time was just a collision, and the advantage was gone to Conestoga Valley, and nonetheless the call was made in their favor.
Andy Heaston's going to take this one. Everybody lined up at the 18-yard line. Heaston's kick comes into the middle, headed away very nicely. But he gets it back. Leans over one, has it blocked, takes another shot. Here's a chip to the post. Tries to get there, can't. Headed out by Penn Manor. They're going to come outside here to the end line. Stepped on, turned, looking for some help from halfback. He'll pass to himself. Square into the middle. Lee is there, but can't control it. And he is jumping in. He gets called for that one. That was pretty flagrant, I'm afraid. You can't do that with the referee that close to you. This is John Charles now. We're about 30 yards away. 6 players lined up to substitute into this game. Lee heads that one away in the front wall. That hurt. And this one's chipped into the box, and Matisse is right there to pick it up.
Bill, Conestoga Valley putting on a lot of offensive pressure, but in the midfield seems to be a lot of exchanging of possession. What it is, it's both teams really matching up real well, and no one team has been able really to take control of that midfield.
A push on the back there is called, and Penn Manor is going to get a direct kick on that far side. Jogging up there is Nate Kudrick to take this kick as his team moves in. Kudrick's kick at the top of the box, and right there is Joe Orrs, gathers it in. So that one was a little bit too deep. Goal there is to make it just far enough out, much like a bunt. The goal is to get that ball far enough out that the goalie decides not to play it and stays in the box. Now, ball out of bounds on the far side. It'll be a Conestoga Valley throw-in, so they get a chance to bring 3 new men into the team that's onto the game. That's Hipple and Coolidge and Poole.
Bill, it's surprising to see both teams taking advantage of early substitutions still in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't think it's a question of conditioning. I really don't.
I think it's a matter that both teams have a lot of depth on the bench. They have players that are able to do the job, and I think what the coaches are trying to do is just keep all the players that are on the field fresh at all times.
This is Poole, Andrew, and Shaw I was looking at the wrong list the last time. That was Wenger, Redding, and Graham going in for CV. Now a white push is called. We hear the referees yelling, and Conestoga Valley with a direct kick from about midfield, chipped into the box, but headed out very nicely up front by Nate Kudrick. Another penalty called on the far side, and another direct kick.
Conestoga Valley once again doing a good job of maintaining the pressure, really not allowing Penn Manor to build anything up in the midfield.
This one's chipped to the far, to the near side here, headed out, and coming all the way back is Craig Amon.
Great free kick into the penalty box, and good effort on the part of Conestoga Valley trying to get something started inside that penalty area.
Jogging over is Dave Quigley. He's going to try to take a throw here for the Buckskins. Just at about 18 yards. Long, hard throw, headed out, but this is going to give up a corner kick.
Tremendous throw.
That's the first corner kick of the game.
Tremendous throw on the part of Quigley, and it's definitely advantage. I'll tell you, you have a throw in like that, Bill, that's almost as good as a corner kick.
Yeah, right. Well, CV's really putting on some strong pressure here. They've got an opportunity. This is Terry Graham. Graham's kick goes out of bounds immediately, and
almost hit a moving car.
Almost hit a moving car.
Does he get a bonus point? Give him a Snickers bar.
He didn't hit him. So, Penn Manor has a goal kick to our right. As we wait for yet another substitution, the referee says go ahead. Clock continues. 20-minute quarters they play in the Lancaster 11 high school soccer. And now we've got an opportunity for Penn Manor. Nice little lead pass on this near side. That's Hoyne. Hoyne's ball into the middle, and right there is Joe Orrs. Orrs is huge and has exceptional mobility. He's been there every time.
And he's also got great ball handling as well. I'll tell you, a lot of shots from in close point-blank range to the near post where a lot of goalkeepers are caught out of position. Orrs is there, and he confidently handles the ball without any problem at all.
Little chip tried up the middle of this defense again. And this one is cleared nicely to the right wing. Trying to settle this ball. There we go. Makes the heel pass, and here comes Penn Manor now. A little foot race on that far side. That's Amon. Amon chips that ball up ahead and has it tipped away. Amon has it again, and a third time it goes up the line and out of bounds. Amon moving on that far side with Josh Shaw.
Penn Manor having a lot of success moving the ball up on the midfield by keeping it outside of the middle and also keeping the ball on the ground.
This ball chipped away but not cleared. And now here comes CV with a nice play. It was Rod Meyer stripping that ball. Penn Manor going to force it down again, and Lee has it. He's got some running room. Tries to move down that right side. Not far wide enough. That ball is cleared and out of bounds on the far side, and Penn Manor with a throw in is checking into the game again. Is Matt Hershock for the Comets. Taking a rest, Craig Amon. He had a good couple exchanges over there on the far side.
Amon is one of the underclassmen that has really filled a big role with some of those seniors going out early in the season.
Here comes a nice cross, and can't quite make the turn. It's a tough ball to turn as the ball's moving with you, and you're trying to bring the ball back perpendicular to you.
Especially on this particular field,
sure.
When it's sloped to the right,
yeah.
You're trying to come around. And you don't have any magnets on the soles of your shoes.
A Buckskin goal kick. Headed into the air by Swar. And now a chip on the right wing. And way out of his box is Matisse. Matisse is going to let this one go. As Conestoga Valley seems to either feel as if they have strength on the right side or there's a weakness on the left side of the Penn Manor defense. This was Phil Wenger now with an opportunity for CV on the near side.
I think Conestoga Valley has realized that they've had a lot of success on the right side with Shirk, and basically they feel comfortable going there.
Oh, this ball is stripped away. Here comes Wenger. Wenger pushed that ball into the middle, has it kicked away. That's Zook. Zook with a little chip on the right side, and Anthony gonna try, can't quite get there.
Good idea of dropping the ball off into the corner there. Just a little bit too much pace on the ball.
Right there in the coming down the sideline is the timer. He's got his horn with him, so we're nearing the end of the first quarter of action. 30 seconds left. I hear a bunch of people yelling. Either that or that's a push is called on White, and Conestoga Valley with a direct kick right at midfield. I'd have to say the referees are doing a great job.
They really are, Bill, especially in the last couple of minutes of the first quarter, where both teams now have really increased the physical tempo of the game.
Lee heads that one, and the shot is snuffed, and this ball is cleared to the near side, and there's a horn, and that ends the first quarter of play. So we've played one quarter. We've got no score. Penn Manor nothing, Conestoga Valley nothing on the Snavely scoreboard. We'll be back right after these messages. Stay with us.
You can play at all levels of soccer, from exciting high school competition all the way to thrilling and pressure-packed international competition. And Angelo's Soccer Corner on Dillerville Road has a full line of soccer equipment to fit your needs. All major brands like Adidas, Diadora, Nike, Lotto, and Puma. And the best selection in Umbro, Zara, Hummel, and Cannon shorts. Angelo's supplies all equipment in both youth and adult sizes. Angelo's wishes everyone a great season. The best one-stop soccer shop, Angelo's Soccer Corner, 1027 Dillerville Road. As prepared for the parade of homes, this home features the interior creations and decorating ideas from Indoor City of Lancaster. As we walk through this beautiful home, note the hardwood, the elegant ceramic and marble, the special wall coverings and window treatments, and the warmth of the luxurious carpeting throughout. If you're planning to redecorate or build a new home, Indoor City can put together all your ideas. Call for a decorating consultation with Lancaster's Floor Covering and Builders Design Center, Indoor City of Lancaster. For diagnosis and repair on all American and foreign cars and light trucks, Durr's Auto Clinic is conveniently located across from McCaskey. All service on front end, steering, and suspension problems, as well as computerized 2- or 4-wheel alignments, are no problem for our factory-trained technicians. Durr's Auto Clinic also provides service on brake and exhaust work and replaces old tires and batteries. Stop in for your annual state inspection. Durr's Auto Clinic, located across from McCaskey on North Franklin Street.
Well, we've played one quarter so far. On the Snavely scoreboard, you see the score. Penn Manor nothing, Conestoga Valley nothing. Neither goalie has been called on to make a very difficult save, but both goalies have been vital parts of their team's defense so far.
That's right, Bill. Even though the score is even, no one has really scored. You've got to say that Conestoga Valley kind of lost out on a great opportunity, taking advantage of the sun and a little bit of the breeze to the back. They did have the ball in the offensive third of the field quite a bit. However, they really didn't get off any kind of spectacular shot, and they really weren't able to take advantage of any close calls inside that penalty area. And you've got to credit the Penn Manor defense. The Penn Manor has doubled Dan Miller, the serious scoring threat. On the other side, Penn Manor didn't let any of those disadvantages really hamper their play in the midfield, and let's see what they can do now with the advantages in their favor.
Well, speaking of Conestoga Valley, I have to thank the managers who, before we got here, made sure that we had all the right names and all the right numbers and everything. Chastity Conningham and Kate Hoffman I promised them that I would say thank you to them, so I did that.
We also have to say thank you to Becky Funk and Jenny Fry at Penn Manor, and they promised to supply us with some refreshments at halftime.
That's great.
I hope it's brownies.
Here comes the throw-in. This was Matt Armbruster who thought about forcing it and then decided to put it in the middle. A nice turn head there by John Kirkman. Boy, that was not an easy play. He made that look easy. A good hitch kick here. Here comes a nice body play, and on a race is Keith Craley. Craley still holding it. Chips to the far side. And then the little kick in with the left foot.
Great individual play by Craley, and showing some personal initiative, just going between two midfielders and heading the ball out and basically getting it near the penalty area and crossing to the far side, which is exactly what he should have done. Great play.
And on that play, Mike Matisse, the Penn Manor goalie, really didn't know which way to go. He started to come out, he went back in, then he started to come back out again. Now he's got Penn Manor on a breakaway here. Opportunity shot, and right there, Derek Square with a good hard hit. And two Comets right there to make the follow-up had there been any problem with the save. Both of these teams are physical, but I would not call either of these teams dirty. I'm real impressed with the caliber of play so far. On the far side, that's Andrew. Andrew tries to chip it down. on left wing, and that one just goes a little bit too far.
Great shot on goal there early on by Penn Manor, and it's obvious that they're taking instruction from their coach, Coach King, who's instructed, hey, take advantage of those shots, and that time Swar had a clear opportunity, and he took advantage of it.
That was from about 25, 30 yards out. Goal kick is handled by Penn Manor. Derek Swar looks square, chip into the box, cleared, but not quite out all the way yet. A push. And an opportunity here for Penn Manor. This one's going to be from about 25 yards away. And Penn Manor with an opportunity to take a shot right away. And they line up right away. And this is Derek Swar addressing the ball. He gives way to Kudrick, and Kudrick barrels one.
Not a bad idea. Kudrick had the right idea. He just got under it a little bit too much, and that chin was buried a little bit too far in his own chest. But a great idea from that distance with the sun and the windows back. You take a shot. You really don't hesitate with anything. But now if they got 2 or 3 of those, I would say the second or third one, you might want to try a short one. You just don't want to be too consistent in any kind of strategy that you have with regard to the offense.
Here comes the chip now down the middle, and into the foot race goes Keith Craley trying to get it for CV. This ball is not quite cleared yet. Craley runs it down. Comes Penn Manor. A whistle and a push is called.
Good offensive play on Craley there. Even though he really didn't have possession of the ball, it's him hustling that defender. Really didn't give the defender an opportunity to control the ball and make a good pass in the midfield. Craley really upset things and made it real difficult for Penn Manor's defense to clear it out.
Yeah, CV's goal kick went right into the wind, and they're really getting a chance to see what that means. Now we're going to get Mike Matisse an opportunity to let go one of those punts. He had some good boomers in the first half, and he was going against the wind, so he really might be able to clock this thing. And everybody else in the field expects it, because here it comes, and it's a beaut. Clears the kickoff box by a bunch, and in one bounce is in the far penalty area. Little chip with the left foot, very nice, up the wing. Play right in front of us here, chip back to the halfback. Now we come down the right wing. This is Derek Swar. Swar controlling. Goes to the baseline. Swar has it kicked away, and Penn Manor has an opportunity for a corner kick.
Conestoga Valley really showing a lot of character and class, handling that long punt and really distributing it nicely to the side, and also marking the Penn Manor offensive players real close.
Here comes, way over the net, too far, and out of bounds. A little bit too much on that one this time, so Penn Manor unable to convert with the corner kick.
One of the most difficult things, Bill, on those corner kicks is trying to be on the receiving end, trying to know exactly where the guy taking the corner is going to place the ball, and that's so difficult to do, and it's really hard to nail it down precisely. So what a lot of coaches do is they put a guy on the far post and one on the near post, and a lot of them have a timing system they work on in practice, and as demonstrated on that last corner kick, went way over the far post. Ideally, it would have been nice to have somebody overlapping from outside the 18, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I seem to remember our teams lining up way out of the box and then converging on a dropping ball.
Right.
We lined up no one in the penalty area. So as soon as the ball was kicked, then we converged on the penalty area because it gave us the momentum toward the goal.
And it really makes it hard for the defense to cover. When you're a stationary player, it's an easy picking for the defensive player. But like you said, if you position yourself outside onto a running position, it's real difficult for that defender to know where you're going, as well as keep an eye on the ball at the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit like trying to throw a ball with your right hand when you're moving to your left.
Right.
It's very difficult to move away from the ball and get it in front of you. Now Penn Manor with an opportunity here. We've seen them try to go to the long ball a little bit more. Nice clear here by Conestoga Valley. That ball's going to go out of bounds on the far side. No, that's Kudrick decides to save it, and he'll chip it back to his goalie. Matisse is on it. But that ball wasn't hit very hard, and we can hear the Comet coach saying, you guys clear the ball. Put something on those passes. Nice trap there.
Outstanding play in midfield.
Yeah, that was pretty. Here comes Penn Manor. Halfback's bringing up the ball. This one slid away, but it's not cleared yet. Chip back to the goalie. And Joe Orrs is there. He's got his baseball hat on, and for good reason, trying to keep the sun out of his eyes and be able to see. A low punt, not a bad idea. but unfortunately, two Comet players. This one's chipped to the far side. Now back to the box at about the 18, headed in, shot, and the volley kick doesn't work. First time shot, not a bad idea.
Great play on the part of Chalfant. He was where he was supposed to be, at the right place at the right time. He probably is a right-footed kicker like myself, and I know how much that hurts when it gets on your left foot, and you really don't have a choice, and you have to take it, as we can see it.
Yeah, you get a chance to see this again, and you're right. The important thing is he took the shot the first time.
He took the shot, and a shot from that angle, Bill, doesn't have to be perfect to score.
Here it is again now. Here's the chip. This one goes outside, chipped right back in. Now here's Chalfant waiting for it, and first time's it right.
Left foot shot, did the right thing at the right time.
Lets it go, but doesn't have anything on it. Now here comes Penn Manor again with an opportunity. Going baseline, chipped away and out of bounds. And a 6-yard kick is called, as making a nice move along this near baseline was Josh Shaw. Shaw had the ball and unfortunately forced that cross a little bit, but he had plenty of defensive pressure on him. Here comes Shaw with it now. He bodies through the ball. Nice play. Looks to the wing. Now his own heel pass. Chipped into the box. Headed away, but not out yet. Headed back into the box. CV having a little trouble clearing this ball. Is now coming underneath it as he stand. And Penn Manor still with it. That was a handball, not called. Lucky man. Now turned into the box. Near side. First time. Chipped. Out of bounds.
Once again, Chalfant where he's supposed to be there on that far post, and had an opportunity, and that time he just tried to pound it in front of the goal, which is the right thing to do, and basically with him being at the right place at the right time, he earned a corner kick for his team.
This is Chalfant with it now. He'll take the corner. As you can see, nobody in the area, and now now Penn Manor has everybody outside, and they converging on the ball as it's kicked. It's going to go long. Goalie's out. And this one goes out of bounds on the far side. Ors came outside.
Spectacular play, good corner kick, and Derek Swar was the player running onto the ball. He was at the right place at the right time. He probably didn't get as much of his head on it as he would have liked. But once again, Bill, real difficult play for the goalkeeper, and Ors, I'd have to say, did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I scored a goal on a corner kick like that once, and I still surprised myself, and every time I think about it, I'm amazed that it went in the goal.
Can I ask you something? Do you have it on tape? I've heard a lot of stories. I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, this was before there was videotape.
Show me after the game.
No, we've got it on a kinescope maybe, but back in the olden days, we didn't videotape our games. Nice play, clean play, squared to the 18. Here comes Chalfant again. Can he get over it? Headed in, and a push, and that's going to be a dangerous play called against Conestoga Valley. This is trouble. A Penn Manor man is hurt. He's down on the field right now. He got submarined.
Yeah, there's a timeout, and he landed on the back of his head, and understandably that he's in some pain. He's probably
now this, I got to tell you a little bit about the strategy here now. We are 12, that ball is 12 yards away from the goal. The Conestoga Valley team is required to be 10 yards from the ball when it is kicked. So they will probably, we get a chance to see the penalty again. There's the trip, no call there, not a problem. This ball is chipped in, headed once up, and now into the middle, and submarine down he goes, caught that one in his back.
Low bridge behind,
yeah.
Landed on the back of his head.
Now this play this is a question where coaching comes into it, because if you are ready for this play, you should be able to score here. We're going to take a timeout as the doctor tends to the injured player, and we'll be back right after these messages.
As prepared for the parade of homes, this home features the interior creations and decorating ideas from Indoor City of Lancaster. As we walk through this beautiful home, note the hardwood, the elegant ceramic and marble, the special wall coverings and window treatments, and the warmth of the luxurious carpeting throughout. If you're planning to redecorate or build a new home, Indoor City can put together all your ideas. Call for a decorating consultation with Lancaster's Floor Covering and Builders Design Center, Indoor City of Lancaster.
We're back, and that you see Josh Shaw being slowly led off the field there. He got up, walking out under his own steam, holding the back of his head. He took a real smack there.
Kind of unfortunate, Bill. Yeah.
You got to watch the strategy here. Conestoga Valley has a wall inside at the goal line, and they're going to referee's going to count this off. The goalie has decided to position himself in front of the line. Conestoga Valley has every team member on the goal line on the far side. Penn Manor has two choices. This is an indirect kick. Two men have to touch the ball. The choice is either to take a pass or take a shot. All right? If you pass this, you change the angle, and your goalie might be out of position. Here you go. Watch closely. This is fun. Davidson fakes the kick, and people moved. Can't do that.
But there's no 5-yard penalty here.
That's right. Yeah, right. You don't repeat the entire question. Davidson with another chance now. Here he goes. Pass, shot, bounce, shot, save. Everybody was there. The chip misses. Penn Manor trying to put it back in, goes to the wing on the far side, and Conestoga Valley dodges a missile right there.
Tough call for Penn Manor. Had the opportunity right there, but I'll tell you, this has got to be a real confidence booster for Conestoga Valley.
Matisse picks it up. You're going to watch this play again. This is a great opportunity for you to learn here. Here's the wall. Here's the fake. He's going to fake the first time in. Fakes it. Now he gets a chance to set it up one more time. And he decides to pass to his left. And the shot will go right into the wall. Not a bad idea. Didn't get quite as much on this as I'm sure he would have liked to. 1, 2, and the clear.
But the initial shot looked like it almost would have gone through the defender's legs, but there was enough backup in there to keep the ball out of the net. So good defensive play on the part of Conestoga Valley, and a big opportunity for going on the part of Penn Manor.
Kudrick with it, and here comes Tony Chalfant with another opportunity, pinching it on the right side. He got a great head ball.
That's the 4th time in the last 8 minutes or so of play that Chalfant has been on that right side and has been able to get either his left or right foot, and as demonstrated on that last play, it's the right foot that he'd love to get it on and at the right time, at the right place with the goalkeeper out of position. And I think if they can get it to him a couple more times, he's going to be very effective in putting the ball in the net.
Here he is here, trying to step on this one, a little push. Oh, this one's knocked away. Davidson looking for a pass, looking for Chalfant. He's got him on the right wing. Chalfant move, slid but not away, and the ball is knocked out of bounds, and Chalfant's going to have an opportunity for throw-in all the way down there. Armbruster walks down to him and says, wait for me. He says he decides not to. Left cross at the 18, headed out. CV now trying to turn this ball. Zook, can he do it? Yep, goes to the right side. That one's going to go out of bounds, and Penn Manor has starting to pick up that 12th player, old momentum.
I'll tell you, Penn Manor doing a good job getting the ball into the offensive third of the field, especially down the right side. Having a real difficult time, though, penetrating right up the middle, and that's because Conestoga Valley has been really strong defensively right down the middle.
Kudrick with a little chip to Chalfant. Chalfant can't quite turn it. This ball chipped straight up in the air by Graham. Now we're going to go to the right side, and in a foot race, Heaston decides, let's just clear this ball and get it out of danger. This is Adam Davidson now, and he's the one who can throw the ball, and he does, into the box, reaches the near post, and unable to turn that ball. Unfortunately, it was Rochelle. He had a chance. Now we move the ball all the way back to the defense. That's Kudrick. Kudrick's pass to Miller. Miller to Kudrick again. Now back to Miller. Can he turn? Can he get to this one? Chip out on the far side. Settled to the wing. Hand, but no call. So much easier to see it when you don't have a striped shirt on. Now we got to throw it on the far side. Penn Manor moving the ball to Davidson. Davidson looking left wing, turns the ball square at the 18. First time shot doesn't go. And again with the left foot, Craig Amen.
Real difficult shot, but Amen did the right thing. He really didn't have any time to stop and control the ball, and once again, he's probably a right-footed kicker. That time the ball came to the left foot, and a volley really steps up the degree of difficulty. But Amen with a great attempt to getting that shot off first time, and that's what Penn Manor's got to do. Conestoga Valley's defense is not going to give him any time and space to turn around and set up a perfectly placed shot.
Rod Myers on the far side called for, no, correction, make that John Zook called for a push on this play. So Nate Kudrick has an opportunity here. Long ball going to chip right into the middle of the field. And Armbruster chipped up ahead. Chipped again. Now the turn. And no. Matt Armbruster, who is a fullback.
I'll tell you, a super individual effort, and I'll tell you, he's a big boy, and he moves real well, handles the ball real nice, got through to some defenders. Looks like he avoided an attempted trip on the play, and it looked like for a second, Bill, I think he looked up and probably took his eye off the ball and just kind of misplaced his foot, getting it wrapped around the ball. But I'll tell you, great individual play. If he could keep his head down, his eyes focused on that ball, he'd make the cross to the far side, and he'd get a shot on goal. But
Florian, don't forget, though, he started at fullback, so his opportunity, he probably gets 2 of those a season. As an opportunity to make that longer run and that chance for a shot. So,
but Bill, he's in better condition than you and I. I have a feeling he's going to make a couple more of those runs.
Here comes Penn Manor with another opportunity. Now we're going to chip to the far side. Pinching in is Lee. Lee saves it, steps on it, turns at the 6, knocked away. Joe Orrs was waiting for this ball and couldn't get to it, and back come the Buckskins. Now this ball is chipped away by Squar. And a throw-in for CV on the far side.
I'll tell you, Little Lee is a real sleeper on the far side, a kind of guy that seems like the Conestoga Valley defense kind of forgets about, and then all of a sudden he comes alive, and the ball looked like it was going out of bounds harmlessly, almost turned into a real dangerous situation on the part of Lee's efforts.
Whistle on the play. CV will have to kick that one over again. They tried to go for the quick kick. You're more than welcome to kick it right away, but it can't be rolling. And that ball was still just moving.
And, you know, sometimes you're tempted to cheat on the placement, too, as well. So if you have an honest referee, it'll make you go back and do it again.
In soccer, we call that a do-over.
A do-over.
Here we come to the right side again. These teams seem to like this right wing. That's Swar trying to turn it. Back to Kudrick. Coming all the way back to Matisse.
I'll tell you, it was good pressure in the midfield from Ryan McKinley. Really did not allow Penn Manor to bring that ball to the right side. So the Conestoga Valley defense really listening to their coach, doing a good job neutralizing the midfield there, and now is trying to start an attack.
On the far side, working for that ball for CV is Shirk, and he gets it. And here comes a pass for CV, moving into the box. And knocked away very nicely. Nate Kudrick had good position on that ball.
Great position, but John Zook tried to get a foot on it for Conestoga Valley. But I'll tell you, Bill, you notice the whole change in midfield tempo and offensive tempo on the part of Conestoga Valley after they successfully defended that indirect free kick right in front of their goal. Up until that point, they really didn't have any kind of momentum in the offensive third of the field. You know, they kind of let those disadvantages kind of psychologically tune them out. But now, after that successfully defended free kick, they've really picked up some momentum, at least in their offense.
Oh, a whistle, and jumping in is going to be called against CV. And let's see if the Penn Manor team will move everybody up. Yes, they wisely do. And here comes Adam Davidson. He gives way to Nate Kudrick, and Kudrick is going to take this kick from 30 yards away. Everybody lined at the 18. The little chip comes to the near side. One bounce, and this is trouble. Nope. Joe Orrs is there for it.
Good play on the Orrs. Did not hesitate at all coming out. Looked like he almost misjudged it for a second, but he stayed right with it and was able to smother the rebound before any Penn Manor player got his foot on it.
Unable to get there quite in time was Joel Shaw. That's Josh's brother. And now we're going to have a throw-in, Matt Armbruster. Armbruster looking long. He's got the arm for this. Into the box it goes, right at the goal, headed away by CV. Armbruster still down here. And this one is chipped out of bounds, and Armbruster's going to take yet another throw. This is a dangerous throw. This Penn Manor with a real opportunity here. Step, throw at the box, headed up by Lee. Still at the 18, hitch kick, going toward the net. Settle this one. Can we turn it? No. And a real fine play by John Charles. He rode that ball right out, had good body position, got his foot under it, and let it wail.
Good play, offensively and defensively on the part of both teams. But what I really liked in there, Derek Swar from Penn Manor, once again trying to take the volley shot at a real uncomfortable position with his left foot and getting a shot on the fall, but not getting enough pace on the ball as he would have liked.
That was not a miss. Dave Quigley heard the call from Orrs. Just let it go, and he did. He stepped over the ball for Orrs. Now back comes CV. This one headed at midfield. Armbruster again with a volley kick. First time, heads down the middle, looks down the far side, trying to get that ball down the wing. Can't turn this one. And CV goes on the far side. To the attack is Tim Shirk. Shirk turns it into the middle. Now he comes square with it himself, still carrying. Looks down the middle, tries for the chip. Kudrick is right there to run right through it. He's going to take a little run himself now, just like a halfback, moving the ball up the hill. He's got somebody staying back for him. Now he decides to chip it on this near side to Armbruster. Armbruster pulls it up. Still no push on him. Now he's got some pressure. Decides to chip it in. He was knocked over after the kick. No call there. And Orrs punts it. And it's headed back in. Little volley. A chip. Penn Manor unable to chip this one. And Zook with it. Now moving nicely, Swar. Swar up ahead to Lee. Lee can't quite get to it, and a horn is blown. And it looks like that's the end of the second quarter. Well, we have played 40 minutes here at Comet Field, and neither Penn Manor nor Conestoga Valley has been able to tickle the twines with a goal. We'll come back with second half action. Again, that score, Penn Manor nothing, Conestoga Valley nothing. We're at halftime. We'll be back after these messages. Don't go away.
Come to Snake Appliance for everything you need. We're your family store for service and quality. We'll help you make your house a home. We do so much more. Come to Snake Appliance, your family store.
Hello, and welcome to the AMC Wonderland 4 Theater. Here you can find the latest box office hits and view them in a clean and pleasant atmosphere. Ask our courteous and friendly staff about the benefits of the Movie Watcher program, available at all AMC theaters. Stop at our concession stand for fresh popcorn and a wide variety of other quality snacks. So come visit the AMC Wonderland 4 Theater, where there really is a difference. Call 394-7251 for exact showtimes and prices for these current movies.
Conservation Momentum Mini Lab 9-1, Wednesday, November the
Choice for building and home improvement solutions. Snavely's Building and Remodeling Center on North Charlotte Street in Lancaster. Visit the Complete Design Center and pick up free literature and loan out videotapes. For new doors and windows and complete bathroom remodeling, Snavely's is the place to stop. Just off Harrisburg Pike in Lancaster, Snavely's Building and Remodeling Center on North Charlotte Street.
Grandpa Snavely's Attic Sale. Check out our big sale September 28th, 9 a.m. till 3 p.m.
We're your kind of people, friends that are true. BB&B's the bank that takes care of you. The future is brighter with BB&B. Come on over, then you'll see. Blue Ball National Bank, you can build on us. Solid banking with friends you trust.
Welcome back. A reminder to you that this game is brought to you in part by Durr's Auto Clinic, located across from McCaskey High School and providing service on all general auto repairs. By Sensenig Appliances, your family store at 129 East Main Street in New Holland. And by the Hoxie Insurance Agency. Insurance is our middle name, located in Leola. And finally by the C.D. Vaughn Decorating Center, located on the Willow Street Pike. Why don't you stop by and give them a call and say, hey, I saw your advertisement on the soccer game the other night. That makes everybody happy. Oh, speaking of making people happy, I just want to thank the crew here. Because, you know, Florian, you and I, if we look good at all, and that's questionable,
Yeah,
it's thanks to a lot of people who are working very hard that you people at home never get a chance to see. And we appreciate their hard work.
That's right.
Go ahead.
We also want to thank the managers from Penn Manor, Bill, and since you had that liquid refreshment, you've been acting a little funny. Anyhow, it's Becky Funk and Jenny Fry, and we want to thank them from Penn Manor for their hospitality.
We have no score. It's Conestoga Valley nothing, Penn Manor nothing. This is This is a big game for both of these teams, as Penn Manor, with only one loss so far this season, and Conestoga Valley is the one that put the blemish on the record. Valley moving from left to right in their red jerseys, and a chip coming on this right wing on the near side for the Buckskins. That one goes out of bounds, and a goal kick for Penn Manor. This is their home field, Comet Field, and a very nice facility it is. Little bit of a wind for those of you just joining us, moving the wind moving left to right, gusting occasionally. You'll see this kick here hold up and kind of die in that wind as it rolls. Conestoga Valley with dominated play early in the first quarter. Penn Manor took over momentum in the second quarter, but neither team was able to put together a put a goal on the boards. That's Armbruster on the far side, and his throw slips out of his hands because he can throw a lot better than that. That's Andrew, and Andrew's kick for Penn Manor doesn't go. Amy Miller now moving for Penn Manor. Goes for the ball, gets it, goes outside to the right. Miller moving now. Has it stepped on, no call. Now he chips up the right wing over the fullback. Lee trying to move for it. And Andrew, right wing. Andrew chips to himself on the right side. Leaves it. Here comes the cross at the 12, the head. Doesn't go, nobody there. And it's cleared away, and a beautiful play by Joe Orrs. And this is Kudrick now moving at a trip. Didn't get any of the ball.
Nice series of passes originating in the midfield for Penn Manor. Really enabled a cross coming from the far side into the box.
This was chipped into the middle. This is trouble. This ball is kicked away. Cleared, but not all the way out yet. Armbruster makes the foot race and gets there first. Chips it into the wing. Now on the near side, Chalfant tries to turn it. A trip is called, and Penn Manor will have a direct kick on the far side, and a real opportunity that Penn Manor you'll see set up here right now, just like a corner kick.
Penn Manor wasting no time getting into this game offensively, not letting any of those disadvantages hamper their play, and they've been knocking on the door early in the second half.
Chalfant's ball goes to the 18. Can it be turned? Coming to the post, and handled easily by Joe Orrs. Nice position on that play. Lee was there waiting, but no chance. Orrs had it all the way. Oh. That is missed by Gabe Poole for Penn Manor. Heel pass. Not cleared. Back come the Comets. Pass in the near side, looking to the middle. Lee. Turns to the center. Takes it himself, carries it. Goes to the far side. Long lead pass on the far side to Chalfant. Chalfant runs it down. Steps over it. Moving. Brings it to the halfback. Stepped on, taken away very nicely and stripped away. And back comes CV. Armbruster tries to chip it up. Goes out of bounds, takes the throw, moves it into the middle now. Chalfant with the cross. Headed away, but not cleared yet. Chip left foot first time by Matt Andrew. Penn Manor mounting some good pressure here, but unable to get off a successful shot in the game. Again, nothing our score. We just started third quarter action. Penn Manor versus Conestoga Valley. I think this is Bill Dorman along with Florian. Florian, I think this is our fourth game so far this season, fourth or fifth.
Is that right?
We've had a chance to do high school soccer action, and we appreciate people tuning in. So it's been a real learning experience for some of their younger viewers. I know they really enjoy getting a chance to see these games on the air. This ball is cleared far, far away by Andy Heaston for CV. And the Comets of Penn Manor looking to put together a shot here. This ball goes out of bounds. Kicked off the fullback, and Tony Chalfant now with another opportunity, another corner kick.
And that's all come about, Bill, because Penn Manor has all but eliminated the midfield play of Conestoga Valley.
Yeah. This is Chalfant addressing the ball, far side. This one's going to come way outside. That's too bad. Now here comes a long run for CV. Nobody to pass to. You got to just carry this one yourself. Phil Meck does so. And it's difficult to get anything started with that kind of yardage ahead of you. So it chipped away. And we're going to try that far wing again. Lee gets a little smack there as he goes down. No call, but Armbruster gets a chance for the opportunity for a throw-in. Puts it into the middle, headed over to the corner. Shelfon. Can he turn it? Doesn't need to. It's Rod Myers working against Shelfon on that far side, and Myers and Shelfon have been in a real dogfight over there.
I'll tell you, Conestoga Valley, Bill, having a real hard time of working that ball right through the middle of the field. You see the young Phil Mack there doing a good job of breaking up plays and then working the ball out of the defensive third of the field, but in that center midfield, he really doesn't have anybody to work with, and that's because Penn Manor has been doing an outstanding job of marking players man-to-man.
An earned pass for CV gives Penn Manor the ball again on the far side. Armbruster with a hard long throw into Lee, into the box. Our side back out to Shelfon. Shelfon draws two, goes to the baseline, chips it all the way across, headed away. And Orrs was really running that down and pounding his head as Joel Shaw's, or correction, make that Adam Davidson saying, oh, why couldn't I get to it? Why couldn't I get to it?
Second time in a row that cross from the far right side has really caused some serious problems for the goalkeeper Orrs. So Penn Manor continues to knock on Conestoga Valley's goal.
The goal kick comes right in front of us, and Gabe Poole is going to throw this one in. Into the middle we go. Here comes Penn Manor. Looks to the wing. Moving in, chip to the far side. After the play, a push, and a trip is called. Trip on Ryan McKinley will give Penn Manor the ball as the referee talks to him and says, no. So Derek Swar is tripped. And Gabe Poole is going to take this kick on the near side. Not quite if Nate Kudrick has anything to do with it. Poole and Kudrick looking at this one. This is Kudrick. Chips it. Headed. Cleared. And CV up to the task again.
Nice chip into the penalty area. Unfortunately, good clear on the part of Conestoga Valley, but Penn Manor is persistent on their efforts offensively.
Far side, here comes the corner, here comes the cross. Headed away. Joe Orrs couldn't get to that one.
Actually, Orrs exercised good judgment on the play. He really did not commit himself. A lot of times goalkeepers will panic in that situation, will come out, and the ball will be out of their grasp. And that time he really stayed with the play. I'll tell you, Bill, could it be that the Penn Manor cheerleaders are really giving their team a boost as they position themselves right next to the sideline? Was that part of the halftime talk?
Derek Suarez called for a push, and Joe Orrs gets the direct kick, picks it up, and he'll get a chance for a punt. Extra little chip right at midfield, headed backwards. Andrew. Oh, a little mix-up there for Penn Manor defense, but there they move strongly now. Moving the ball up the field on the run. The halfback bringing the ball up, chips into the middle of Lee. Lee sieves over that one, and it was a nice idea, but there was nobody there for him. Now this is Jamie Miller with it. Miller, a little chip. Now the chip comes inside to Lee. Lee can't quite turn this ball. Now he does. Runs it down, looks to the wing, tries to step on it, can't, has it chipped away. And a throw in. Gabe Poole looks right down the line, right where I like to see that ball thrown. Adam Davidson going to try to turn this one. Kenny moves the ball on the line, has to go all the way over to be out. Here comes the cross, way over. Running it down to the far side is Swar, headed back in. Andrew chips in the right wing, goes out of bounds. A whistle, a throw in on the far side. Rod Myers holding that ball over there. And a substitution as Tim Shirk checks back in for CV, replacing Ryan McKinley. It's always trouble trying to get that ball back on the ground where you can kick it. Here comes. And a nice pass here on the near side to Poole. Poole. Lead pass up ahead on the wing. Clip inside, and a nice play by Craig Ament. looking for a nice run. Jamie Miller was moving for him. Here comes Penn Manor now. Lee goes for the ball. Comets have the ball deep in CV territory. Then pressuring the ball. Here's the clear. The cross. Nobody can get to it. And here comes CV trying to control. Got the ball, so there's no trip called. A little push and a whistle, and it'll be CV ball. As long as you get the ball, if the man goes down, the man goes down. But if you make a clean play on the ball, what happens after that is okay. But not everybody saw it that way.
That's right, especially if it's your son or daughter or somebody on the same team you're rooting for, it could be a problem.
Here comes some great play here by Dan Miller. He wants this ball. Little chip in the middle, doesn't go. Tried to flick it in there. CV runs it down. Chipped in again. Cleared very nicely with the left foot there. Nice play by Miller. Miller on it now. This one's headed in. And getting over the ball to make sure that it rolls instead of bounces is Gabe Poole as he brings it back to Mike Matisse.
Understandably, Danny Miller from Conestoga Valley has got to be very frustrated because I don't know if it's his cousin or relative. Jamie Miller, by the way, from Penn Manor, has been marking him and doing a rather good job. We also noticed, if my memory serves me correct, Bill, in the first half, Danny Miller had that right quadricep kind of wrapped up, and now it's, I don't think it's a wrap on there. I just think it might be a long undergarment or something.
Andrew tries a pass up the right side to Tony Chalfant. That doesn't go, and Conestoga Valley controls on the far side. 3 Penn Manor players getting ready to check into our game here. No score. We are in third quarter action. Armbruster runs that ball down the far side. He'll let it roll. Goes out of bounds, and a whistle. That horn is the substitution whistle, as now 4 players come in for Penn Manor. I haven't seen them lose any caliber of play when they make their substitutions. They're a pretty deep team.
That's what we mentioned in the first half, that obviously both teams have a lot of depth on the bench, and both coaches doing a good job exchanging players and trying to keep those that are on the field, at least those 11, keep them fresh. Last series of play, Conestoga Valley offensively has improved their game a little bit, and the reason why is that they've brought out some help of the defense to kind of cover that midfield, but it seems like they're losing ground, and whenever they lose ground in the midfield, Penn Manor really steps up the offensive effort.
Miller made a nice run on the throw, got the ball down to the wing, but unable to make the turn as Penn Manor. Referee started to blow his whistle, changed his mind as Penn Manor controlled the ball. Whoop. Handball is called against Penn Manor. CV controls. Going to chip this one right down the middle. Headed up. Going on the far side. Armbruster trying to run for it for Penn Manor. Guarded closely by Keith Craley for CV, and Armbruster wins that battle. And take the punt for Penn Manor, punting into the wind. Nice kick and a clear midfield. Oh, hands are up, whistle. You can't push from behind. Penn Manor defense now takes these direct kicks, and that moves everybody else up the field. As you can see it there, when your fullbacks are strong kickers the way these guys are, really changes the whole game. A wing run by the fullback on the far side. Popped into the box. This could be trouble. There's Armbruster going to run it down. Square pass. 18 to Miller. Miller moves that up ahead. This is a real difficult thing for the defense, deciding whether or not to attack the ball or wait for it to come in harder. And Manor runs this one down. Kicked away, and here come the Buckskins on a nice long run. This one's cleared to the near side. Tim Shirk. Shirk makes the turn. He's passing, but I don't know that there's anybody there. This one's cleared. Shirk heads it back in, headed away by Kudrick. Good offensive opportunity here, and the arms are up, and the push is called, and Penn Manor controls. John Charles called for the push. Here's a long ball on the wing. Charles heads it, but can't get to it. Headed again, a whistle, and unfortunately jumping in is called on John Hoyne. That's too bad.
Obvious push in the back, but Penn Manor basically took away the offensive momentum from themselves.
Yeah, that's too bad. That was a nice offensive move there. But Hoyne is called for jumping in. Now back come the Comets once again. Clearing ball doesn't go. Tried with the left foot. This one's kicked on the far side and goes out of bounds. And right there is Joel Shaw for the Comets. This ball thrown back to Armbruster. Armbruster moves in. He chips the ball up. A long, high ball into the box. Volley kicked first time by Andrew, and that one goes out of bounds. We'll have a goal kick and 2 more substitutes as Wenger and Graham check in for the Buckskins. Referee's going to blow a whistle and calling a timeout. They stop the clock. And we've got a player down for Conestoga Valley. He's getting up kind of slowly there, looking at his arm. I'm not quite sure whether he got stepped on or what the story was. But he's walking off the field under his own steam. Doesn't look like a serious one at any rate, or at least not as much as that Joel Shaw, who was injured in the first quarter of action on a head ball. He was submarined. And he got up, walked off the field under his own steam, but he took a real smack in the back of the head.
Oh, we certainly hope he's okay. Conestoga Valley defense, understandably, under a lot of pressure, and doesn't surprise me to see some of their players winded, but I'll tell you, Penn Manor's offense has done a real great job of carrying the defensive burden, so to speak, on their shoulders as they've kept the play in that offensive half of the field for most of the third quarter.
Rod Myers was the injured Buckskin. Oh, a call that goes against Conestoga Valley, and here comes Penn Manor with a great opportunity right now. Hoyne moving into the box, crosses it. That one's going to go out. Or Joe Orrs decides to let it go, and CV will have a goal kick. Some unhappy fans here. A good crowd this afternoon.
I was just going to comment on that, Phil. Whenever there's a questionable play on the field, it's pleasing to hear that crowd participation. You know, we just don't have our rating device here so that we know what the noise level is.
Well, it's pleasing unless you're wearing a striped shirt.
Well, that's what they get paid for, isn't it?
Not to be yelled at, I hope.
Oh, those guys have earplugs in. They don't hear anything.
Mike Matisse picks up the long ball and punts it away on the right wing. That one's not going to make midfield. Headed in, saved nicely. Andrew moving up the wing. No call. Andrew carrying. Chips it into the middle. First time, head, left foot, out of bounds, but a nice play by John Kirkner. He first timed it with the left foot, tried to go for the far corner, didn't quite get there. Still no score. Third quarter, we're about midway through this third quarter. Goal kick comes into the middle, headed up in the air. This will take a minute to get settled. And this ball, Gabe Poole tried to turn this one. Here comes the long throw. Poole heads it backwards. Nice play. Volley kick to the middle. Here comes Penn Manor, and they split the defense, and coming in on this left wing is John Hoyne. And this one's kicked out of bounds, and Hoyne has been a real thorn in their side.
That's right. Nice series of midfield passes from Penn Manor. Looked like they were really going to get an offensive break, but Hoyne really broke up. Did a great job doing it.
Hoyne's first time kick doesn't go, and this one's saved, so it'll be a throw-in again for Penn Manor. As Mike Rochelle throws it in. On this near side, throws it into the box, a whistle, and that was an illegal throw. In number one, he ran onto the field. You've got to have both feet on the ground
and off
when
the
you
field.
throw the ball. You've got to be off the field. And when I played, the referees used to look at the spin of the ball to determine whether or not you had used one arm or hand too much. This ball's cleared, but not all the way out. A little push there, no call. Squared. Headed. Nice chip on the near side to Shirk. Shirk runs it down, brings it into control, makes the turn, swing, And it's covered nicely by Gabe Poole, but Penn Manor gives up a corner kick.
Surprisingly, Bill, in the third quarter here, Conestoga Valley has not seen a lot of action in front of Penn Manor's goal, but this is exactly an opportunity that if they execute it well, it can certainly be the difference in the game.
Chip comes short, headed away. First time volley kick goes straight up in the air. This one's not cleared yet. Poole tries to settle it, and does. CV with it. This one's popped into the middle. Timer's down the sideline, so there's not much time left in this third quarter. This one's headed away. This is Rochelle trying to run it down for Penn Manor. 15 seconds left in the third quarter, I heard him say. Gabe Poole. Try to shoot right away, Rochelle does. And that is the horn to end the third quarter. So we have played 60 minutes of high school soccer in the Lancaster-Lebanon League. Conestoga Valley, no score. Penn Manor, no score. The end of the third period. We'll be back with the conclusion of our game or overtime right after these messages.
As prepared for the parade of homes, this home features the interior creations and decorating ideas from Indoor City of Lancaster. As we walk through this beautiful home, note the hardwood, the elegant ceramic and marble, the special wall coverings and window treatments, and the warmth of the luxurious carpeting throughout. If you're planning to redecorate or build a new home, Indoor City can put together all your ideas. Call for a decorating consultation with Lancaster's Floor Covering and Builders Design Center, Indoor City of Lancaster.
Come to Snake Appliance for everything you need. We're your family store for service and quality. We'll help you make your house a home. We do so much more. Come to Snake Appliance, your family store.
The Hoxie Insurance Agency at 2481 New Holland Pike offers all types of insurance. For complete insurance service, the Hoxie Agency is a professional insurance agent. Whether it be home or health insurance or life and automobile insurance, call Hoxie for protection. Employment benefit plans as well as commercial insurance is also available. Call 656-2387 or stop in. The Hoxie Agency is open Monday through Friday with evenings by appointment only. At 2481 New Holland Pike, Hoxie Insurance Agency. Insurance is our middle name.
Well, speaking of insurance, either one of these teams would like to score 2 goals in this quarter so that they have a little bit of that insurance. No score, and just a reminder, if they end in regulation, we will go into overtime. And we've seen a little bit of overtime. Florian and I seem to be like magnets to overtime. I don't know what the story is.
We've seen a lot of overtime, and
I'm having my life threatened by the crew once again because, needless to say, just like the referees and the players, they don't get time and a half for overtime either.
Well, I know the crew will be pleased to hear this. I think on behalf of Penn Manor, I think that they'll take charge here in the fourth and final period and, and kind of put overtime away, because for most of the second half, Penn Manor has controlled the game, at least offensively. However, CV every now and then does get an opportunity to break down, but Penn Manor, I think now with the sun and the wind to their back, should take advantage of these opportunities and put in a quick goal.
Here comes Conestoga Valley trying to prove Florian wrong. Moving again that near side. Phil Wanger goes for the ball. We've got a push called against the white. And Conestoga Valley with a direct kick from far enough away that this is not going to be a threatening shot. Could be a dangerous passing area here. Heastand goes to the post to the far side, pinching in on the right side on a quick move was Tim Shirk once again.
I'll tell you, nice play on the part by Andy Histon as he tried to push it right outside the penalty box on the far side, and that is exactly where you want to put it, just out of the reach of the goalkeeper, but let alone in the position of an oncoming striker on the far side. So well-placed ball.
Kirkner with it, pushes it up ahead to Swar. Swar moving, cross, first time on the left foot. can't clear this ball now, and we move it up the sideline. And Gabe Poole with the throw in for Penn Manor. People moving for him, they go down the line. Here comes the cross. Very nice ball, perfect position. Lee with it, tries to put it on his right foot, tried to make the turn instead of taking it with the left the first time, and doesn't get a shot. Lee moving here. Armbruster chips it right back into the box. One bounce, this is on goal, but no trouble there. Joe Orrs decides to let it bounce once. Nobody follows it up. Armbruster heads it back in, here he comes. He's got this run last time. Chips to the box, Lee turns, can't make the turn. Makes the kick, but doesn't get enough on it.
If you notice the quick foot-to-head play on the part of Armbruster, I don't think it was really calculated, but indeed it was very effective because it got it onto the foot of Lee. Lee just was unable to turn and make the cross, but it's obvious in the start of the fourth period here that Penn Manor has control of the game offensively, and CV knows that, and in order to neutralize that attack, they've really done a great job clogging the middle up.
Andrew can't penetrate that CV defense again. So ball comes out of bounds. Armbruster here, who's holding his nose. I think he didn't head that ball. I think he nosed that.
It was a nose ball. Oh,
that hurts. Into the box it comes. One bounce, way over. This is trouble. Can't get to it. No, yes he can.
Great display of leaping, and I should say one-handed basketball skills on the part of Orrs, because had he not grabbed that one hand, that would have gone right past him into the center of an empty net, and I think it was
a push.
Swar on the far side waiting just to nudge it in. So outstanding play on the goalkeeper. As actually it's Conestoga Valley's backup goalkeeper does a great job.
Armbruster leaves this one in the back for Nate Kudrick. Kudrick gives it back to Armbruster. Back to Kudrick. Now the ball into the box, bouncing, shot, volley, score! Wasn't that beautiful? That's what it's all about. You've got to keep taking those shots.
And it's called being at the right place at the right time. A beautiful display by Mark Andrew as he was just outside the penalty area.
And we'll get a chance to see it again. You'll look at this one.
But the whole play originated, Bill, from the side, and that's exactly what Penn Manor had to do to get a clear strike at the goal. There the ball was centered in, coming across, a misclear, and right on the foot, and he first timed it. Had he stopped to try to set that up, a defender would have come in and really taken that away from him. But the whole play originated from outside the center, and that's exactly what Penn Manor had to do to get a clear, open strike at the goal.
Dangerous play is called. You can't play that ball on your back. You endanger yourself. CV now trying to tie this one up. And a 1-0 lead for Penn Manor. I just want to remind you, Penn Manor has not ever given up more than one goal in a game this year. They've got a spectacular defense. They also have the slope of the field in their favor. They also have whatever wind there is, and that's died down a little bit in their favor. They also have the sun in their favor.
The setting sun, right. And you're right. However, Coach Dick King from Penn Manor, I'm pretty sure, Bill, is not at all at ease until he hears that final whistle, because since his tenure as head coach, they have yet to beat Conestoga Valley. So he mentioned that definitely was on his mind before the game, and at this point, I doubt seriously that he's going to relax. Maybe he'll breathe a breath or two easier, but he's still got a lot of time left to go in this game.
Kirkner can't quite get his foot underneath that. He's looking for the chip for Dirk Swar. And back come the Buckskins of Conestoga Valley. This is Miller. Miller moving down the right wing he goes. This ball headed in. But easily there is Mike Matisse, and he will take his time and wait for his team to clear. Matisse, 1-2, and up it goes. One bounce. Into the middle it comes. Here's Derek Swar moving the ball. He decides to let this one go. Substitution, and we'll see a few more substitutions now for Penn Manor. During the substitution, the clock does not stop. So this clock continues to run. They play 20-minute quarters.
Bill, I'd like to touch on a point that you brought up earlier, that with the amount of substitution, we really haven't seen those substitutions seriously affect the flow and the rhythm of the game. It's almost like the pace of the game continues despite those substitutions. So oftentimes in other sports, you see a key player come in or a key player go out. It really affects the overall output of both teams.
A corner kick is called. And Penn Manor now with an opportunity to get that in big insurance goal. This one's going to come all the way out. It's going still down in the box. Lee, chip. Oh! And Kwang Lee made a beautiful little flip with his foot just over the crossbar. That was the kind of play that you like to see.
The guy...
We've seen plenty of speed. If you get a chance to get on this one again, folks, you really enjoy this. This ball came in. Here comes the kick now. It came out way too far, but was headed in. Now here's Lee. Flip. Oh! Had that one been a few inches lower, Joe Orrs never would have gotten to it. Here comes Rochelle now. He gives way on the far side to Davidson. Davidson's into the box. There's Lee. Lee heads it back out. Tough one trying to... Going for the long ball. This one's headed away on the far side, and Gabe Poole runs it down for Penn Manor. Chip up the line, doesn't quite stay in bounds, and Conestoga Valley on the far side with a throw-in. We're into the fourth quarter. Penn Manor leads 1-0 as Andrew scored about 2-3 minutes into this last quarter. And the Comets with a chance to avenge their only loss of the season. Here's Rochelle now. David Swar make that. Swar, top of the box, takes the shot, has it snuffed. Nice play by Dave Quigley, right place, right time. Armbruster puts it back into the middle. Swar again, little flip. Doesn't go, takes a dive, no call. Dave Quigley right on top of that shot.
Swar doing a good job of maintaining possession in the offensive midfield. However, just holding it a little bit too long and giving those Conestoga Valley defenders enough time to get there and either take the ball away from him or physically just take him out of the play. What he needs to do is pull back a little bit and look for Lee on the right side and kind of start a little passing combination, because it seems like whenever Lee gets his foot on the play, there's always a dangerous scoring situation that is created.
Throw in for Penn Manor on the far side. This one goes again down the line. There's Swar tripped. There was a case where if you don't get the ball, now Penn Manor will set this up much like a corner kick. This is Derek Swar on the far side. Addresses the ball, decides to put it into the middle. To Kudrick. Kudrick runs it down. Leans over, tries to chip far side. Here's Lee. Lee runs it down. Stops it. Can't quite make the trap. A good idea nevertheless.
Good idea indeed by Lee, but Lee seems to create something whenever he gets an opportunity and the ball's loose around the penalty area. That time the ball is just a little bit out of his reach, and you know, it's sometimes a little slippery there near the touch line. But nonetheless, Penn Manor continues to put the offensive pressure on Conestoga Valley.
We are halfway through the fourth quarter. Just about 11 minutes left to go in the game. Penn Manor trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead. Conestoga Valley trying to find the equalizer, and back comes Penn Manor. Starting to move. A shot, long, far away. This one's handled nicely by Orrs, and Greg Thomas leaned into one.
Boy, I'll tell you, superb individual effort as Thomas took control of the ball, went around two defenders, and just delivered a waist-high shot. Real difficult to do under pressure, and a real display of fine talent.
Andrew, the guy who made it happen, looks for the ball, can't quite get to it, and that one's cleared away by Andy Heaston. And this Conestoga Valley defense has really been tested in this last quarter.
I'd have to say they're feeling a little bit shell-shocked at this point. They really have it. The pressure has been on them constantly throughout most of the second half. And if there's any relief in sight, it's got to come from the midfield. And, of course, the forwards have got to peel back a little bit into that midfield and help the defense clear the ball and establish some kind of momentum in the offensive half of the field. And that's if they have any desire to get back in this game.
John Zook called for a push there.
On the other hand, Bill, Penn Manor really can't afford to let up because they're only ahead by 1 goal.
That was a heck of a kick from Nate Kudrick, and on one bounce, darn near made it to the goal. Andrews' head goes to the right side. Here comes Lee trying to run it down. Swar is there for him. Oh, and a push and a tackle with
tackle on the play.
Andy Easton mauled Swar. This is Armbruster is going to step over it as he jogs down to the corner. Nate Kudrick with another opportunity here. Joe Orrs plays this one halfway through the net. He waits, comes into the middle, shot, save, shot, wide.
Superb play all around, offensively, defensively. I have to say a perfectly placed ball, Bill. That was outstanding. Out of the reach of the goalkeeper, away from the defender, and on the part of Penn Manor, running onto the ball and delivering the shot. Joe Orrs, the goalkeeper, who's been spectacular for Conestoga Valley, at the right place, the right time, gets a hand on it, keeps it out of the goal, and the ensuing shot
there
over
it
the
is.
goal.
Shot,
what a
save.
series. Super action in front of the goal.
There's Lee again. He's really making it happen for Penn Manor. I'm very impressed by his play. Armbruster can't get to it. Square pass to McKinley. McKinley back into the middle. And Lee heads it back behind himself. Lee on it again. Runs it down, tries to go to that far wing. He's going to push the ball up himself and wait and wait and wait. Waits a little bit too long. Andrew with it. Goes far side to the halfback. Just over Gabe Poole's foot. And this one goes out of bounds, and Poole has a chance for a throw-in on the far side.
Interesting to note, John Lee's play there himself as basically an offensive player has done a lot to come back and help out in the midfield. And by him doing that, he has really helped stop all kinds of Conestoga Valley midfield play, thus enabling his defense time to get back and set up and making it that much more difficult for CV to advance.
This ball knocked out of bounds again by CV as Penn Manor picks up an extra 15 or 20 yards on this one. And on the throw-in right now is Adam Davidson on the far side. And he's going to look long. Into the box, headed. No clear yet. Turn, left foot. Orrs calls for it and has it. Clears it away. One bounce. Ball headed square now. Looking for the post. Long ball down the near side. Armbruster is there for it. He easily chaps it back to Mike Matisse. And Matisse handles it for the Comets of Penn Manor. They're leading 1-0. They've got under 10 minutes left to go in this game. If they can just hold on. Long punt. Lee Swar looks for it, can't get it. Volley kick, first time to Lee on the right wing. Lee runs it down himself. He's in a good foot race with Duque Gambardini. Has it taken away. This one's chipped up the line. Armbruster muscles through. Here comes Andrew. He has it taken away. Kudrick. Now we're going to try the far side. Nice play. Smart play by Penn Manor. Here come the Comets. Moving, moving, moving. And taken away, and a whistle is called, and a push is called against CV. And I must say that the CV bench doesn't exactly agree with that one. Here comes a chip, and Orrs is there. A good cross. Had that one gone through, Lee would have had the insurance goal. He was alone on the on the near post, pinching in. This ball is headed down to the wing. Chipped outside, chipped back in the give and go. Swar tries to get to it. And a corner kick on the far side.
Orrs has done such an exceptional job in goal there, Bill, for Conestoga Valley that his presence is basically like two more defenders in there because there's a lot of loose balls inside that penalty area, and it seems like a Penn Manor player gets his foot on it, and Orrs just happens to be at the right place at the right time, and if the ball is loose, he's there to be able to smother it and take it away, or if there's a direct shot on goal, he's also in front of it.
Oh, pretty kick. Orrs is out. He gets it. He came way out. He got to make that decision. He did. He made the right decision. No call. White controlled it. Chip out to the far side. Back comes Penn Manor again. Moving the ball in. A cross. Just too far. just too far. Pinching in the right wing is Tony Chalfant, as he has replaced Quang Lee, who had a fine second half on that right wing.
Conestoga Valley trying to boost their team's effort with a couple of substitutions, and up front, Dan Miller, the big gun, who we really haven't seen that effective throughout most of the game. Seems like he was more alive in the first half. Understandably, probably very frustrated at this point, being covered by someone sharing the same last name.
Here come the Comets again. And the midfield play of Penn Manor is really thwarting Conestoga Valley getting back into this game. A 1-0 lead for Penn Manor.
I'll tell you, Penn Manor shows signs of being a real well-disciplined, well-coached team, Beal, because we've seen so many times when a team jumps out in front that they sit back and kind of rest on that lead. That's certainly not the case for Penn Manor. I know Penn Manor would like to get another goal or so, but Conestoga Valley's defense and their goalkeeper, Orrs, has done a fantastic job.
Nice feed from Chalfant, and way, way, way offsides is Derek Swar. He had no defenders in front of him. And
that's too bad, because they had the makings of a real nice play here. They had a nice series of passes in midfield, and they were trying to work it up front. It's just a mental mistake, which is not surprising at this point in the game.
No, I have to say, penalties of aggression in that case, I have no problems with. Kudrick clears this one out of the trouble. And jumping in, not called. Andrew with it. This is a white throw-in.
Conestoga Valley.
Matt Armbruster taking his time, letting the ball roll. He's happy. He's winning. He doesn't have to hurry. Now he's got it. He'll pick it up, take his time, look. He's got Tony Chalfant down the line if he wants him. People running for him. Looks backwards. Now he throws it long. And that one goes into the box on one bounce. Rochelle turns, square, can't get to it. Too bad.
Fantastic goal-scoring opportunity for Penn Manor, originating here with a throw-in.
Cleared. Here comes the chip down the right wing. Kudrick runs it down. Nate Kudrick has really controlled those long passes. He is big, but he's quick too. He's been getting to them. Now here comes Conestoga Valley, way down in Penn Manor territory for the first time this quarter.
All it takes, Bill, is one time, one goal, and we have a tie game.
And we could have.
You know what? And you know what that means.
Still have.
Oh yeah, it could happen. What's the last time we did it? Was 6 seconds ago.
Here's a head into the box. That one's going to go far over the end line.
Lots of time left.
Less than 2 minutes, yells the timer.
Less than 2 minutes.
Plenty of time.
How many seconds is that?
The videotape crew's getting out another box. They know that the whammy is on them.
They're looking forward to this.
Goal kick for Penn Manor. Nice ball. This one's going to go all the way down the left side. And in the race is Craig Ammett. He's taken down, kicked away, and Penn Manor's going to have a direct kick. And they're very, very happy. You know, if Conestoga Valley wants to kick this ball away, they're happy to sit on this. They're winning. It's a 1-0 lead as Nate Kudrick jogs up to the ball. He gets to take the kick, turns around, looks at his coach, checks the weather, checks the temperature, the humidity, the barometric pressure, the grass. Here's the chip into the box. Goes over.
Super cross.
Bad.
Super cross. Just a matter of nobody being at the right place, the right time.
Matt Hershock was looking, pinching. He couldn't decide whether it was going to be headed and decided to wait. Had he just continued his course, he might have been able to get to it. This one's headed back in very nicely by Mike Rochelle. And we go to the far side of Tripp as Craig Amick goes down yet again. On that far side, Tim Shirk takes him down. Oh, correction, make that John Charles takes him down. And Penn Manor with another kick. Kudrick happy to jog over to it again. Let's see if he can get the extra goal. Put the icing on the cake. Leans over, chips it into the box, goes to the post. There's a whistle and play ends. And so, Penn Manor beats Conestoga Valley by a score of 1-0, jogging off the field. We'll be back with our player of the game right after these messages.
Come to Sam Snake Appliance for everything you need. We're your family store for service and quality. We'll help you make your house a home. We do so much more. Come to Sam Snake Appliance, your family store.
Most home painting jobs involve solving nagging problems, such as mildew, peeling, and cracks.
Stop in to C.D. Vaughn Decorating Center for Morello and Kynai's Paints and Supplies.
You'll also get answers to those nagging problems from behind the counter where there's over 20 years experience in the painting business.
The C.D. Vaughn Decorating Center, located at the corner of Main Street and the Willow Street Pike in Willow Street. You buy the paint. The advice is free.
Well, Penn Manor coach, going back over the game, he's a very happy man right now as he avenges the only loss of the season. And with our player of the game, the man who made it possible with Florian Kemp, here's Mark Andrew. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mark. A spectacular goal. Were you surprised to be in the position you were when the goal occurred?
Yeah, just hanging out at the 18, looking for any stuff coming out.
You know, before the game, I talked with Coach Dick King, and he mentioned he was a little bit nervous playing Conestoga Valley, that since he's taken over, he really, you guys really have had your bad luck against these guys. Was there any kind of special strategy planned for this afternoon's game?
No, we just wanted to go hard, get the wins, get a spot for districts. That's all we wanted to do. Just go hard and give it all.
Now, things really look good coming into the season for you guys, but unfortunately, in the beginning of the season, you guys had a lot of bad luck. What happened and what adjustments occurred in the team?
Well, we lost Chris Sheever, supposed to be star player of the year and stuff, so we had a lot, put people in different places, move a lot of midfielders to striker positions and stuff, and it worked out pretty good for us.
What happened when those key players, those seniors that you guys were expecting so much, what was the attitude of the team when you lost those players to injuries?
Well, we were pretty down at first, and then we have 16 seniors, and they got it all together, and we just worked together, and it turned out good for us.
You're a junior. Are you satisfied with your play and the team's play so far?
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
Who's your toughest competition coming up?
Big Garden Spot. We got to beat them to get in first, so it'll be a tough game.
Mark, congratulations on a super effort. Congratulations to the entire team, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the playoffs.
Thank you.
That's Mark Andrews, our player of the game.
Thank you, Florian. That's the teams sauntering off the field. We've seen a great game this afternoon. Didn't see a lot of scoring, but we still saw a lot of great play. Again, that score, Penn Manor 1, Conestoga Valley nothing. For Florian Kemp, I'm Bill Dorman. Thanking you for tuning in to Lancaster-Lebanon Soccer here on Cable 22. Hope you'll join us again at our next game. Check your local...